Well, hello everyone. I hope you all are having a good day. I'm having an okay day. If my voice sounds a little weird, I think it's because I'm coming down with something. I don't know what. Hopefully it's not too bad. Anyway, today is day number 13, I believe. It should be day number 13 anyway. Today we're actually going to be doing a training pack. I know you guys probably don't believe it. You guys probably don't believe that at all, but we have a training pack today. It's right here. We have it right here. It's awkward dribble setups. I think this is going to be an interesting pack for you guys. We're not going to do a warm-up or anything. I haven't done any warming up. I'm actually pretty cold right now. If you guys have Baka's mod, do feel free to turn on like training variants or something. Anything to make it a little bit more difficult for you. And just so you can like make sure you're having all your shots mirrored and, you know, stuff like that. This pack is pretty basic. Still, we're not getting into anything too crazy just yet. This is just mostly working on these like kind of awkward setups that probably come up in a lot of 1v1 situations, but this shot could just be like someone missing a shot on your net and you trying to take it back. So, I mean, something that you kind of need to work on. Make sure you can get this set up quick. You want to be getting it at a relative quick pace. Being able to take it from the slower speed and get it a little bit faster. Yeah. So yeah, we're just jumping straight into the training today, guys. Make sure you're cozy, that you are well rested, and maybe have some sort of a drink. I've got water today. I wish I had tea or something. I think I'm gonna make probably a cup of coffee for while I'm editing this. That's kind of my idea. You guys know how many times I think you should be able to do something well. I think about 7 out of 10 times is going to be pretty okay. With these shots, I do think it's going to be pretty good to kind of work on challenging yourself with certain aspects of this. For example, maybe take it to the right a bit, kind of like pretend like you're actually in a game. Maybe go for some sort of flick and miss. But you guys should know how to make it hard on yourselves. Maybe like faking touches to the other side. Just kind of playing around with how this setup can be. You can get like little turns and take it to this side of the field, especially if the opponent was going off to the right there. Because you want to... It's really important when you're setting up dribble plays that you don't just dribble the ball straight towards the net, because it gets pretty easy to save. So you want to be kind of like taking the ball like behind your opponent is always a good one, and or taking the ball to the opposite side of the field. So if your opponent, for example, is on the left side of the field here, and say they just took this shot, right? And they're maybe going for middle boost here. If you can take the ball this way and set up some sort of harder flick like this, it could be good for you. Yeah, it's a pretty basic pack. I hope you guys enjoy the packs. These aren't like the most well thought out or greatest pack in the world. If there's any better packs and you know of any, definitely let us know in the comments. Again, this is just kind of a chill environment for us to kind of hang out, do our training, and yeah. I always try and be a little creative with these when I'm doing these shots, just because I want to make sure I'm practicing different and new things. This first one's really easy. It's just you just taking the ball, getting a control off this backboard, because this backboard bounce definitely happens a lot. Yeah, play around with any dribbles that you want on the way over. If you want to work on a flick or getting a flick or something, definitely do that. I do eventually want to get a little flick 30-day series going, but we'll kind of see how this one goes, and we'll see how maybe another one goes before we do that, because flicks are very hard, and there's a ton of them, and I think that would be a pretty hard series to do, especially immediately after doing one of these. I don't know how often I want to do these yet. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. Let's get on the second shot here. This one's just an awkward kind of bounce. And again, you could practice taking the ball to the left or taking the ball back to the right. Maybe getting some little drifts in, because we've worked on that. I do have variants on, so you'll see it like occasionally being a little bit different. Again, you can work on any fun flicks if you want. Maybe getting like a pop over one person. There's a lot of things you can do, because like if someone's challenging right there, for example, you could try and get a little pop, you could try and get another pop. obviously don't spin yourself out. Like I said, I haven't warmed up today, so I'm not going to be playing super great. And I'm feeling pretty crap, feeling a little sick. So it's good to practice getting the dribbles from this side as well. I like practicing flicks personally, just because that's like what I think is my best mechanic right now. If you get any weird touches like this, I recommend trying to still follow with them and see if you can get something out of it, because there's going to be these types of awkward situations in like all of your games. So just kind of keep that in mind, you know? Kind of work on some fakes here and there. See if you can actually maybe turn it around. Just cut it just at the last second. Yeah, don't sweat too much if you can't catch all these super consistently or anything. This isn't meant to like stress anyone out or anything. This is just supposed to be a little bit of training every day. Just enough to kind of learn a little bit more. Speaking of learning, if anyone ever wants to come over to my Twitch, I do stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This Friday I'm not because I suck. I'm sick and I'm not feeling good, so anyway, just so you guys know. I do appreciate, again, all the support with this. You guys have been really great with the series. I hope a few of you have been able to take away a few things. With these awkward setups, it's really important to just kind of do them. That way they get more comfortable. It's one of those things that you definitely just kind of have to grind out for a while, just so it feels a little more comfortable. Because I mean, you're gonna eventually run into these situations in games, so it's gonna be good for you to just slowly get them. This next shot is just like a weird corner bounce. With Baka's mod, with Baka's mod, it gets a little bit weirder with the variants on, but the idea is you kind of getting control maybe after a shot on net and the opponent got a save, maybe you got a miss. But just controlling it back to the net. I like to try and like pre-flip into it. That way I can keep my speed up. Maybe take it all the way back. In a normal game, you don't have to like really dribble the ball this much. I have the timer set pretty low on this, but if you wanted to, you could just take the ball all the way back and not even worry about getting any sort of turn here. You could also try and keep it more on the ground and get like a really quick like power slide turn in. There's a lot of different things you could try here. Try and get a pop here. You get a really quick turn if you can. Again, the timer's pretty low, so. You can tell that this is my bad corner. These bounces are always really hard for me. But just work on getting some touches that you can follow up and get little flicks or anything like that. Anything's going to be good, just like practicing these kind of turnarounds. Sometimes you can even get nice little air dribble bumps like this. Make sure you're practicing both sides. That's the most important thing. That was a little sloppy there, but that's okay. Whatever's, just making sure you're challenging yourself, you know? That's the big thing here. And then just play around with different types of touches. Maybe go for like some sort of a fake. But just as long as you're just really pushing yourself just a little bit and kind of, I guess, experimenting with different like ways to control this, because you don't have to always do the same stuff. Don't try and hit the same shot the exact same way. Play around. See if you can get different catches. See if you can get different types of control. That's all this is about. It's just about learning. If you want to try and power slide turnaround, you can. Probably going to be another pretty short video just because it's a training pack. Actually don't know how long I want my training pack videos to normally be, but it's already been about 10 minutes and it doesn't really feel like it. And that's kind of the nice thing with doing little training packs like this, is that you kind of get the reps in on accident without really trying. I don't know if anyone notices, but when I'm trying to get some of my catches, if I have ball cam on, so like if I have it on here, let's see if I can give you a good example. So here it's on, I try and toggle it right before I make my touch. That way I'm back to like my normal front face. I don't even know what that's called. My ball cam's just off though, and it feels a lot more natural to me than having it on. It feels weird to have it on. So I try and toggle it just before I'm either touching the ball or right as I'm making contact, just to kind of like make it smooth. Go ahead and go into the next one here. This is a really weird one. This is kind of like simulating a weird bounce on your half that you then kind of have to try and catch. It's going to be good for you to try and speed this up. Maybe get some sort of a flick. You can try and get a tighter turn than I'm getting here. I'm kind of sucking with my turns. Playing it infield because, you know, it's good practice trying to play it infield. It's kind of working on getting good catches. If you want to be fancy with it, you can be fancy with it, but you definitely don't have to be. It's good to be able to get these kind of turns down too, because you need to be able to turn around on the ball really quick sometimes. And sometimes people won't believe that you're going to be able to get these touches. Or if it's like 0 seconds and it's like the timer's actually running down like that, it's good to be able to trust yourself to like get this touch, maybe get a second touch that you can then follow up, because the other person might start giving up a little preemptively if they don't think you can really grab it. I always like practicing flicks. You don't have to. If you want to work on your dribbles, you can try and take the ball to the right, take it back to the left, maybe get a jump in too, get another jump. Just make sure you're pushing yourself. That's all that matters here. If it goes up like this, you can try and get another touch. Toggle that ball cam as you make your touch. Makes it a little bit easier. Might put the information of getting those catches and that touch back into the front, so you guys might hear me say it in the beginning again. But I hope that's okay. Just because I think it's some good information, and I kind of want to throw it into the beginning of the video just so anyone that doesn't know, or maybe mutes it for a little bit and puts on their own music, so they get the information. Again, remember it's a good idea to keep dribbling infield. That way you're not dribbling the ball just straight at the net. You want to be creating like angles, so if you take it this way first, and then you can try and take it infield like this, and get a like flick all the way across the net like so. It's also good because then the other person might overextend while chasing you to this side. You could also try and turn it back around and then go behind them. It's good to try and get like behind your opponent's booty basically. This is a fun varying shot. You'll see with Baka's mod on here, it will change up how this is shooting every now and again. That one's more of a roller. And it just kind of gets you used to reading that roll off the wall, or getting used to reading these weird bounces, and then getting this good touch that you can then kind of control. This is normally pretty awkward. You can even fake it and then take it to the side, instead of like going right away. You can try and kind of feign that you're going to take a catch right away, but don't. Practice your fakes. See if it fakes anyone out. Fakes are like a good thing to kind of start practicing early on. I still haven't really mastered them in the way that I want to, but just little steps at a time. Just make sure you're really focusing on trying to get a good touch and a good catch. Play around with taking it infield, not taking it infield, you know, things like that. With fun bounces, I like to try and get ground air dribble bounces, but we're not going to be focusing on that because that's not the series. But it would look like this, and they're really fun. But yeah, it's not bad at all if you take it across the field like so. Sometimes you can really fake people out too in this situation. If you have like a nice dribble infield here, and you take it really slow, you can try and get like a backflip flick, and they might just like send it and like jump really far and go past you. There's lots of different little fun things like that. Again, you can try and do your fake flick. I'm still really not very good at them. My fake flicks don't look very believable, so just stuff to work on. If you want to cut really hard, you can take it in this side. If you think that they're gonna be overextending a ton. I kind of fucked that one up a bit, but see what I mean by taking it in field. Maybe you wanted that boost. Now you're here with like 100 million boosts, and you're gonna go for an air dribble and mess it up like me. Yeah, but yeah, this is a good one. You can fake it. Like, even if you wanted to, you could just take it back to your corner. There's tons of things. You could take it way back. You could own goal on your teammate. You know, you got some options. Let's see here. Oh, I have random on. That's why it was going to different ones. This is a fun one. This is coming back from their net. So like, imagine like maybe you took a shot and you're making this kind of a recovery. You could be making that kind of a recovery, or you could be just making like a recovery like this, and you're coming back in their field. But the ball's like here, and you can practice taking it to the right, getting it turned around. Maybe they went for that other boost, and you wanted to try and turn it around. This goes from both sides, so you kind of get a few different ideas with how to do that. You have a few different things to play around with. Getting fun little turnarounds. You can also just try and control it to this boost. That way you have 100 boost. Maybe you're feeling mechy and you want to try and go for a clip. You can do that as well. You can also fake hitting it to one side and then take it to the other side. So like, you can like feign like you're gonna hit it like that, but not, if that makes sense. Just play around. Take note of like what works in your games and what doesn't. This is another sort of like awkward setup after maybe some sort of a miss. Maybe they get some sort of a save, but you're kind of coming back into the corner here. And you're trying to control it back into the net. If you want to work on controlling back to your side of the pitch, you can definitely do that, because you want to just make it harder for the opponent. You get the ball, you can try and take it back to your side. I just like these ones because this is a common situation, especially like in 1v1s. You'll see that happen a lot. You'll have that person probably chasing you down. However, if you get this pad, and this big boost here, and you can turn around quick enough, sometimes you'll catch them out going for the other corner, and you can just have an open net. Again, make sure you practice this from both ways. This is another weird bounce. Same sort of idea here. Just kind of trying to read this bounce, read these weird corner situations. And just play around. Do what you want. Have fun. Enjoy it. You know, it's mostly about experimenting and seeing what you can do, etc., etc. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That's gonna be it. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you guys have been getting some good training in and enjoying the training. We'll see you next time. Peace.